Common Core State Standards, Math, 7th grade, Expressions and Equations for Algebra 2A and 2B. And we're solving two-step equations, we need to go through this. Now, when you solve two-step equation, that means you have at least two operations. And in this case, I can see 2 times x and plus 3. Okay, so it's multiplication and 3. In solving two-step equations, you do reverse order of operations. You don't multiply before you add. You actually add and subtract before you multiply and divide. So it's just the opposite. So we always start with the constant, and we're going to subtract 3 on both sides because we need to keep it balanced, and that's your job. So you're left with, subtract 3 on both sides, you're left with 2x equals 6. And now your second step is 2 is being multiplied by x, so you're going to divide by 2 on both sides, and divide looks like a fraction, and you're going to go x equals 3. And there is your answer. Okay, let's do another example of the two-step equations because they're quite unique, but I like them a lot. Hope you do too. Number 2, the second example, would be 3x plus 2 equals 23. Okay, so we're going to start on the x side, and we're going to take away the constant first. So here's the constant, plus 2. We're going to take away 2 on both sides. So always start with the constant. So you get left with 3x equals 21. Now your second step is to divide by 3 on both sides. And you're going to get x equals, top, drop, divide. 3 goes into 21 7 times. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It's 3. So now we're going to bring in some negatives. Negative 2y minus 7 equals 3. So now you need to be mindful of your negatives. All right, we're still starting on the variable side. So we're going to start on the y side, and that's this one here. And we're going to start with the constant. So it's negative 7. So we do the opposite to get rid of it. And we're going to add 7 to both sides. Negative 2y equals 10. So we're back on the y side. And negative 2 is being multiplied by y. And remember, the number always takes a sign. So we're going to go over here. We're working on the y side. And divide by 2, negative 2. On both sides, and you get y equals negative 5. You've got to be very mindful of the negative signs. And let's do one last one, 4. And it's going to get harder, but you guys are getting smarter. So you're going to solve this one. 4 plus 1/5 x equals negative 1. Okay, this one is really daunting looking. You have a fraction, you have a negative number, and you're solving two-step equations. But don't panic. So we can go here. We're working on the x side. It looks weird, but take it one step at a time. So we're going to take care of the constant, which is subtract 4 on both sides. Okay, and you're left with 1/5 x equals the same signs, add them up, and add the sign. Now, to get rid of a coefficient that's a fraction, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal on both sides. So 5/1 on both sides. Okay? And so this is a coefficient of 1. 1x is really just an x. And make this a fraction. So 25, 5 times 5 is 25, but there's one negative, so it's negative 25 over 1, which is the same thing as x equals negative 25. So you have solved for what the value of x is on all of those. Thank you.